The right to practice your religion freely is one of the cornerstone freedoms we have in our country. In fact, demonstrating its importance, freedom of religion is in the very First Amendment of the Bill of Rights in our Constitution. Other countries take a narrower view of freedom of religion. Some impose an official religion, while others actively persecute those practicing a disfavored religion. We are pleased to have here today witnesses from the State Department, the U.S. Commission on International Religious Freedom, an independent bipartisan government agency charged with monitoring the religious environment overseas, the president of Religious Freedom Institute, and a witness from the nonprofit group Human Rights First. In the State Department's most recent annual report on international religious freedom, the department noted the U.S. government promotes religious freedom because countries that effectively safeguard this human right are more stable, economically vibrant, and peaceful. The failure of governments to protect these rights breeds instability, terrorism, and violence. Looking at countries with more restrictive religious practices, one sees that many of them have significant national security concerns. One commentator, former high-level State Department and NSC official, surveyed a number of conflicts in U.S. history and noted, quote, including World War II, every major war the United States has fought over the past 70 years has been against an enemy that also violated religious freedom. As examples, he pointed to Nazi Germany, North Korea, North Vietnam, and Saddam Hussein's Iraq, as well as other sub-war conflicts, including the Cold War standoff with Soviet communism. The subcommittee is interested in hearing about the correlation between national security risks and restrictions on the freedom of religion abroad. We had a hearing on this issue in 2014, and there have been some developments since then. Just last December, Congress overwhelmingly passed the Frank Wolf International Religious Freedom Act. That law amended the 1998 International Religious Freedom Act, which made clear that international religious freedom is a national security issue. The Wolf Act contemplates using a whole-of-government approach, including our national security agencies, to encourage religious freedom abroad. One way we can do this is already enshrined in federal law, allowing the denial of a visa to come into the United States for a foreign government official responsible for particularly severe violations of religious freedom. To help Congress and the American people better understand religious freedom abroad, both the State Department and USCIRF produce annual reports discussing countries' levels of religious freedom. By law, the state is required to designate countries of particular concern. State's deadline this year is in mid-November, and I'm eager to see which countries are designated. The report listed countries of particular concern, but it also listed terrorist entities like the Islamic State, the Taliban, and al-Shabaab. It goes without saying that those entities are hostile to the free exercise of religion and pose national security risks to the American people. Looking at the USCIRF's list of countries of particular concern, there are a number of which are potential national security threats, including China, Iran, North Korea, Pakistan, Russia, and Syria, among others. To help the United States mission to enable religious freedom worldwide, the International Religious Freedom Act required the appointment of a Senate-confirmed ambassador. President Trump nominated former Senator and current Governor of Kansas, Sam Brownback, for the position, and he has had his confirmation hearing before the Senate Foreign Relations Committee just last week. As this subcommittee discussed during the 2014 hearing, the ambassador position sat vacant for extended stretches during the Obama administration. It is important that the Senate move quickly to confirm Governor Brownback. The world must know that the United States takes its role seriously as a world leader in promoting religious freedom. Now, testifying today from the State Department is Ambassador Michael Kozak, a senior advisor for democracy, human rights, and labor. Also testifying is Christina Arriaga, who serves as vice chair on the U.S. Commission on International Religious Freedom. Joining us as well is Professor Thomas Farr, who is president of the Religious Freedom Institute, the director of Religious Freedom Research Project at Georgetown University, and associate professor of the practice of Georgetown School of Foreign Service. Finally, we have Rod Bershkinsky, a senior vice president of policy at Human Rights First. I want to thank the witnesses for their attendance. I look forward to your testimony today, and at this point, I'd like to recognize the ranking member of the